Didn't take funds because we didn't have a motion on the books to accept them. A lot of people tried to give them, and I don't know what kind of input we're having on it now, but we are getting some monies in on it, aren't we, Susie?
Yes.
So we're gonna try to get that in, and then people can apply for it if they have problems paying their sewer bill. March 18th, and I wanna say this stuff, I'm not taking comments on it, I just wanna keep you informed on what DEQ said and what DEQ's been corresponding with me. DEQ's been corresponding with Roto-Rooter, and they're not asking us what we're going to do, they're telling us what we're going to do. What the Roto-Rooter thing, that's why I didn't go to it, because it was just a formality. I'd already been told that, and then they asked me who we were contracting with. I told them Roto-Rooter, and they contacted Roto-Rooter. They sent him a list of stuff, what they wanted to do. Okay, March 18th, I took a class on wiring step systems, and found out that I can wire a step system. I can't legally do it because I'm not licensed. I don't have a limited electrical license to wire them. Every step system we have does have electrical disconnect, but it consists of a breaker on it. You trip the breaker and it kills it, but they're all hardwired. Every step system. We are inspecting the specs because we can do those as long as the riser is not more than 24 inches from the top to the top of the tank. We can do those. So we're doing those, and then I called a Harry Abel, our insurance agent, and he said no city employee who is not licensed will be permitted to do electrical wiring of any kind. There's a liability to the city on it, and he said there better not be a city employee have to take a wire nut off of a wire if he's not licensed or a limited electrical license. March 20th, I got this little card from DEQ. I'd like to read it here. DEQ is proposing rules to describe the procedures and conditions under which DEQ may expedited enforce offers to settle less serious violations of state environmental law for reduced penalties. DEQ expects that expedited enforcement will allow it to achieve greater compliance with environmental laws and use existing resources more efficiently. So he basically told us that if we get fined, that we can negotiate the fines. So and that's what he sent to me. And I clipped this out. Maybe if you were looking in the world, I think it's been less than a month ago out at DB Western on the North Fifth. They had that DEQ, they had asked DEQ to come in, or DEQ asked them if they could go in and inspect their plant. And they told them, yeah, they could. Well, DEQ went in to inspect the plant, and DB Western asked them to leave. So they left, and the next morning they were back. And they didn't ask DB Western anything. They sent all of the employees home. They had an officer there, sent all of their employees home. They were in the plant, and I don't know how long they were there, but they found a lot of violations on it. So what he was trying to tell me with all this stuff, what he called and what he was trying to say, is that we're going to get it done, or we're going to do it for you. And they have the authority. It surprised me the authority that they have. So we want to comply as quickly as we can with it. And they called that on the March 20th. They got this little card here, the one I just read you. March 21st, they got a call from DEQ. And DEQ had got some complaints from some people about maybe have to raise the rates, or we may have to, the people have to pay for their own pumping and pay for their own pumps. And under Ordinance 219, in 1998, signed by Mayor Julie Anderson, the city can legally do that. But what he told me, and I told him, I said, well, the problem is, and I got the pump cost from the rental. In 1980, a pump cost $125 for a half-horse pump. Now, the half-horse pump is $462. A three-quarter horse pump is $642. The cost of pumping in 1980 was $100 to $125. The cost of pumping today, and this is just normal pumping, is about $300 to $325. Abuse pumping can be $500 and above. That's if you have 2 units on one two residents on one tank, or if you have abuse, and it's automatic abuse if you have two homes on one system. That's according to DEQ's rules. And you have to have a 1,000-gallon tank for each home. I checked with Elkton and Glide. If you have a duplex down there, you have two step systems for each duplex. If you have a triplex, you have three-step systems. Let's see what he said here. And, what he told me, and I told him that we had a concern because of the cost of it. And he said, I don't care if you raise rates, if you have to raise rates. He said, I don't care. He said, I don't care if you have them pay for their pumping and they have to pay for their pumps. He said, I don't care. And I've been trying to get him to come down to a meeting so he could explain some of this to the people. And he said, I'm not coming to any meeting. He said, I'm not getting involved in the politics, but he said, I am telling you to get this done. And I said, well, we had Ordinance 205 that some people say weren't signed, and so it wasn't valid. He said, I don't care what people think. He said, Ordinance 205 is a DEQ ordinance that was sent to Lakeside in 1996 to be implemented. And it wasn't implemented, and he said it better get implemented now. And he said, I don't care what you do. He said, I don't care if it wasn't signed or what. He said, that's what's going to be enforced is Ordinance 205. So that's where we're at. And when they start inspecting, the instructions I got, when they start inspecting, after they've been to the inspections 1 or 2 weeks, I'm to call DEQ, and a representative will be here. He wants to go through the Lakeside treatment plant, the old plant. He wants to go to the North Side treatment plant. If we have time and have a vehicle where we can get up there, we'll go up to Shutter Creek line if he wants to go there. He wants to observe Roto-Rooter if they're inspecting systems here. He wants to go out and watch them while they're inspecting it. So that's where we're at. Well, you know, and I don't really feel from talking to him. We thought maybe we could do this inspection 1 year. I don't see that happening because what I see happening from the talk that I've been getting, that we've been in the city has been in violation of this for so long, that I think we're going to have to prove that we're reliable. We're going to have to prove that without DEQs, these inspections are going to keep taking place. So it's a lot more serious than I thought it was. And I just thought I would share that with you, and that's where we're at on it. I would like to read a note here from the fire department, and we really appreciate this. It says, thank you for your support. The Easter egg hunt was a great success. Thank you from all of us, the Lakeside Fire Department. And I want you to tell them, Judy, that we really appreciate that and the effort that they put forth in having that Easter egg hunt for the kids. It's always been a big hit. There you go. You're next, guy.
It's hard to follow. It's become summertime, and I had 3 abatements on the books, and I'm down to 1 and got 2 more today. So I've been really blessed with the people I deal with, that nobody's being real nasty, and that's always great. But yeah, all I can say is that on paper, when the abatements don't work, I use the paperwork what it says. That other than that, I'm gonna deal on a 1-by-1 basis in a human way. And it's working real well. But again, that I got 2 out of 3 gone, and now I got back to 3. So it's a great deal.
I got a call today from a guy that said it really looked good, what you've been doing.
It's working.
And so it is working, you know. Some of you have to go back, but you know, after they get in a habit of doing it, it's getting a lot better.
Doc Coleman's place is looking extraordinary.
It is. You know, and a lot of that is due to him wanting to work at it, and Donnie Londo, that me turned Donnie onto him, and hauling it out. So that there again, that Donnie's a problem of this city.
Small problem.
He's a small, what he gives is greater than the problem we got.
You've got it.
But